Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. New Hampshire has a solid waste disposal problem, and the state legislature has put together a working group to deal with it. Should the waste disposal sites be expanded? Should there be options to that? And one of my guests says the state's plan has not been updated since 2003, and not enough staff to do that at Environmental Services Department. Well, here's a list of New Hampshire's waste disposal sites: 350 closed local sites, and the active sites: 3 commercial at Bethlehem, Rochester, Androscoggin Valley, 3 municipal sites: Nashua, Lebanon, Mount Washington Valley, and 3 recycling sites: Bow, Boscawen, and Epping. My 3 guests are here to brief us. The State Representative Karen Ebel of New London, current member of the New Hampshire House Committee on Public Works and Highways and chair of the New Hampshire Solid Waste Working Group. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you.
Mark Morgan, manager of the Lebanon Solid Waste Facility and a member of the New Hampshire Solid Waste Working Group. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you.
And Joe Fusco, who is vice president of Casella Waste Systems based in Rutland, Vermont, a provider of solid waste disposal for commercial, industrial, and municipal customers in the Northeast, with many in New Hampshire. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you.
We'll focus on the problem facing the state in the next few minutes, but we'll focus on the solutions in the 840 edition of New Hampshire's Business. So let me start with Representative Ebel. You chair the Solid Waste Working Group. Karen, what are you looking at specifically?
The Solid Waste Working Group was created, it stemmed from a study committee that I chaired, in which it was really shown very clearly that there were many stakeholders from all walks of life in the state of New Hampshire that felt that we needed to do more planning to work on how we were dealing with our solid waste. So primarily the charge of the Solid Waste Working Group, which I affectionately call SWAG, is to look at ways to actually divert waste from landfills. We have a solid waste diversion goal that we just put into place: 25% by 2030, 45% by 2050. And really, the focus here is not on continuing to increase landfilling capacity. The real focus is to figure out ways for us to landfill less. It's the worst way for us to handle our waste. And that's really what we're going to be zeroing in on. We haven't had a plan since 2003, and it's time we do.
Morgan, manager of City Lebanon Solid Waste Facility. What issue is facing your facility?
My concerns are similar. I couldn't agree more. Lebanon is a limited service area, so we're a municipally operated landfill, not a merchant facility. So we don't have a capacity issue here, but the real problem with landfills is eventually they all fill up. So even if we have 60 or 70 years of disposal capacity at this site that we're proposing, we're still left with, at some point, this is going to fill up, and we continue to produce waste. And right now, our focus has been, how are we going to landfill more waste, as opposed to how do we actually reduce that waste and take the waste out of landfills.
Joe Fusco, Vice President of Casella Waste Systems. You haul the waste to these sites, Joe. What's your main issue with New Hampshire disposal sites?
I think our perspective is a little more global or regional. The New Hampshire DES has projected that beginning in about 4 years from now, New Hampshire will have a capacity shortfall of between 20,000 and 120,000 tons a year. And in 2034, that increases to about 1 million, just under 1.5 million tons thereafter. So the issue is, this is also a problem in other states. So there's disposal capacity shrinking throughout New England and the Northeast. And the question becomes, while recycling can help and play a role, the issue of the infrastructure that New Hampshire and other states need, but New Hampshire needs the very vital public infrastructure, needs to have a good long-term conversation. And as the representative mentioned, that's what they plan to do. But we want to make sure that people understand that this is an integrated problem and disposal is part of the solution.
Well, we're going to get back to this at the 840 edition of New Hampshire's Business with our same guests, Representative Ebel and Facility Manager Mark Morgan and Joe Fusco of Casella Systems. All of this edition and the one in 840 will be posted at WMUR.com later today and all next week.